Hi, European Cups are going on and we are going on with predicting them. My name is Evgen Bashawi, you're watching Beta 5 AI. Before we start, the main thing, support Ukraine. Links in description. And we go right away to the central game of the Europa League and of Conference League today. So today is a Thursday and there is a big day for European Cups, not a very major, the top pinnacle of Europe like Champions League, but still Europa League and Conference League collected many great teams, and one of them is Liverpool and another of them is this Belgian almost champion of Belgium last year, Union Saint-Gilloise. Okay, this gotta be interesting. Let's see what AI would predict. And they say, yeah, think a little bit, because currently the program takes certain APIs from internet. It takes some time, right? And they say, no, not that many goals are to be scored. Okay. That would be our prediction here. What would be the average score then predicted by this? Okay, the average score is like Union Saint-Gilloise 3031. That's the chances for them are slim. But okay, we all know that this Belgium team is not an easy target. Even for You Never Walk Alone Liverpool. Okay, and we go to the second game of today, also Europa League, so the second tournament of the world in UEFA zone at least. It is Molde against Bayer Leverkusen. They say Molde will not lose by more than 2 goals. Okay. The average score predicted here is 1-2, which means the probability of this result is quite high, and we hope that Norwegian guys will succeed and will make own fans happy. Today is a lot of European Cups, right? And we go now to Balkani versus Dinamo Zagreb. Two former Yugoslavian countries. Their great teams play against each other. And we predict here that with average expected score of 1-2 in favor of Dinamo Zagreb, this still will be less than 3 goals, and we predict that for the odds we take. Okay, good. Now we go to the game which next to Liverpool versus Union Saint-Gilloise is promised to be very one-sided on paper, Manchester United versus Galatasaray was also one-sided on paper, then ending as 2-3 in favor of Galatasaray from Istanbul. So you know what I mean. And Aston Villa versus Zrinski. And we expect to have plenty of goals here. The probability of that is evaluated by AI as fair odds of 277, while 325 are suggested by certain Mr. Green, right? Okay, let's see Mr. Green. Let's see. Lions from Gibraltar versus Magpies. Lions or magpies, they compete. Whether they compete in flying or they compete in running. Or from the betting odds, you see, these guys should compete in flying, where obviously magpies are better, but maybe lions will become griffins. And we have prediction that many goals would be scored here. And many goals would be scored, unfortunately, for Lions and for their fans not in their favor. So average expected goals score is 1-5 or something like that. Okay. From Gibraltar we return to Europa League and we return to Serbia, where Bachka Topola would play against Olympiacos from Piraeus. Very interesting game where we bet on rather conservative results, something like that. 1-2 is expected, so not in favor of home team. Still good. Okay, another sound name, which is Roma. They play against their neighbor from Switzerland, from Servette. Roma or Servette? Who would win? Probably Roma. But let's see where we bet now. And we bet here on both teams to score yes, so we essentially bet that Servette would score, because we don't doubt that Roma will do this, right? Going to Norway again, where Bodø/Glimt would play against Club Brugge. Club Brugge, recently they were dominating the Belgium top tier, but now they are not in the best shape, I would say. So these teams like Saint-Gilloise, like Ghent, Genk, and even maybe Antwerp, they make a good competition. Still, we think that some of those teams would not score. What is the favorite? And you see the odds are pretty much equal, maybe with some favor of Club Brugge, but Bodø/Glimt is not the easy target, Let's see. PAOK from Thessaloniki would play against Eintracht from Frankfurt. Let's see. My sympathy here is on German side. I have good friends living nearby Frankfurt, and part of my personal history is there. That's why. Not taking any sort of personal grudge against PAOK, And I say maybe not that much of goals would be scored here. The probability of that is expressed as odds 284, while again Mr. Green, they propose 315, so let's see. And we go to the game between Breidablik and Zorya Luhansk. Of course, my sympathy is Ukrainian, you know where. So, but let's see. Again, the probability of this of this result under 2-0 goals is expressed as 388, while this generous Mr. Green, they propose kind of sufficiently more than that. It's their choice. And from this game we go to the France, to the city of Marseille. The beautiful city with the beautiful Saint Mary Cathedral, and of course some history reflected in books of Alexander Dumas. But we expect here that despite of low odds, either Marseille or Brighton would not score. Okay. Now we go to the game between Klaksvik and Lille. Okay. That would be interesting game between Islanders and Continental guys. And they say that Islanders would not lose that much, at least, at the very least, right? Good. Good for them. And we return to Serbia, where the second game, the first was of Bachka Topola, then we go to Čukarički. I believe this is a suburb of Belgrade, or the team is from Belgrade, but they play the Belgium team called Genk, and Genk seems to be the favorite here, and very obvious one. Still, Čukarički are not, hopeless. Recently, they, if I recall it right, some week ago they beat the absolute dominator of Serbian top-tier league, which is Crvena Zvezda. Yeah? They made it home. Why not repeating some good things in European Cups, right? And we go to the great city of Prague. The Prague or Praha is the capital of Czech Republic and the capital of beer tourism, I would say. But very, very picturesque city. The old one with this Bohemian or maybe / German, impact. They're a great city overall. And AI says maybe Czech Republic would win against visitors from Moldova. Okay. Fiorentina versus Ferencváros. Florence or Budapest? Violets or Fradi? So they say Violets should destroy Fradi, but okay, this kind of bet is really risky. And we do it only for the reason that someone posted these high betting odds, much higher than this. Ferencváros are not the loser team. So, but Fiorentina also are in good shape, I must say. And we go to Premier League of Kazakhstan, where two teams, Maktaral and Tobol from Kostanay. They play each other, and we think that probably draw is more likely than what bookmakers think. Okay, now we go to Spain to Europa League. We go back to European Cups, and their Real Betis, they play against Sparta from Prague. So one team from Prague, Slavia from Prague, plays at home, and the second team plays away. Good times for the city of Prague, right? Okay, still AI thinks that probably a home team would be better, and well, we have reasons, yeah. Despite we sympathize, of course, the Czech team, but uh, but but probability of them to lose is high. And we go now to the game between Besiktas from Istanbul playing against Football Club of Lugano. I was once in Lugano, and this is simply astounding, nature. The beautiful, one of the most beautiful lakes I ever seen in my life. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so but Besiktas, they are in shape, and probably this would help them to overcome difficulties. And we think about the game between Sporting from Lisbon and Atalanta. Sporting, Lisbon, and Atalanta. We think that probably. And again, Mr. Green they offer good high odds, while we predict the fair odds would be kinda less than that, right? Okay. Go to another game between southern and rather northern teams. Athens or Amsterdam. Ajax, you see this. Ajax, they have betting odds lower than Ajax, which was like unthinkable like a year ago. Yeah? Ajax would have been the major favorite in games like that, but okay, every business, every football team, even every human being needs some time, yeah, to rebuild, to reconstruct, and at these times they are vulnerable. Let's see. Another game in Kazakhstan, but this is Conference League, and we play here. Not us. Yeah, Football Club Astana. They play versus Victoria Plzeň from Czech Republic. We see the under 2 goals, and you know what? What I think? I think we will see now Mr. Green, huh? Yes. You see, this Mr. Green, they probably very optimistic about goals scored. Yeah, well, fans love it, and I love it too personally. But the statistic says maybe a little bit too optimistic. Still, chances of having less than 2 goals total scored are greater than that. Good. Let's go to the game between kind of heavyweight teams of Freiburg versus West Ham United. Hammers, they are treated as not as a favor. So what you see, in fact, the game is evaluated as equal. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's always cool to see the competition, right? Now we go back. We go to the team of Cyprus. Aris Limassol. They play Glasgow Rangers. And we think the chances of Rangers are rather high. Maybe even score 2-1 in their favor would be as the final one. Okay, from Cyprus we go to Slovakia, I believe, where Spartak from Trnava host game versus Fenerbahce from Istanbul. Probably Spartak would play good in defense, and this would allow our prediction to be successful. Another game between neighbors of Poland and Austria. Rahów from Częstochowa. They play against Sturm from Graz. Let's open Asian lines and generate. Under 2-0. Do we see here Mr. Green? Mr. Green, hello? Yes. Hello, Mr. Green. Thanks for your odds. And we go to... Is it Norway? Hecken. No, please. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. It is Sweden. Yeah, my memory. So it is a game between Swedish and Armenian teams. Cannot say anything definitive about this. And you see the average score is slightly in favor of visitors of Karabakh. Armenian. Sorry. It is not even Armenian. Yeah, it's my old mind. Okay. Yeah. So I'm kind of silent. I'm silent. Both teams score. Just copy paste of what your AI says and don't tell anything. Yeah, Norwegian play against Armenian, and there are neither Norwegian nor Armenian teams play, and that's all you have to know about this game. But now I'm sure it is the game between Spanish and French teams. At least I got something correct. Villarreal and Rennes. Okay, again we go against the mainstream here. Now we go to Denmark, playing against Bulgarian team. Nordsjælland versus Ludogorets from Razgrad. So we believe, but a bit carefully, we believe in this result, so that home draw no bet. Interesting that you see that this home 0 and home B&B or draw no bet are essentially the same. So they are absolutely the same in the rules, but due to different markets and different providers, different bookmakers, yada yada, we have different odds. 133, 135. Yeah? So we should bet on 135. Why not? It is higher. Oh, and then we go to the France, and not simply to France, but my beloved city of Toulouse. Toulouse was the first, let's say, European city or European place where I was as a kid or in my life ever. And the beautiful river Garonne and great people living over there. I still have all this in my heart. We were riding there as Kiev, which is capital of Ukraine, and Toulouse. They are both like a brotherhood cities, and there was the event in the year of 1993, so 30 years ago. Damn, 30 years ago, that there was an event that city of Toulouse they invited prominent sportsmen from Kiev, right? From different kinds of sports to play against same sportsmen, but from Toulouse, right? And I was playing chess, and at that time I was the champion of Kiev in this age category. I think under 12 years, yeah. So I was in age of 11, and I was the Kiev champion there, and yeah, I was flying there with some rugby team and with Dynamo Kiev also, which is football team. Yeah, and we had a very good week, like living there in families. And well, yeah, again, as I said, this is very important. This is like a sweet memory and sweet feelings about these people, about the great city, the great even in November. I was there in November. Normally, if you come to some cities in November, in February, in January, like it will. But that time I remember as one of the best times I ever had in my childhood. Yeah. So thank you, city of Toulouse, and we bet now Toulouse will win against Austrian team from Linz, and not simply win, but by more than one goal. Go Toulouse. Go for it. Yeah. Mm, from European Cups, we go to Israel, to Tier 2 League, and we have a game between Hapoel Al-Fam and Hapoel Afula. Or maybe Afula. Maybe Afula. But I think it is Afula. Maybe I'm not. And they say, okay, so be it like this. By the way, have you noticed something weird about what we are doing today? Today, so far, we didn't have these outcomes when we press button generate and receive something like none. Just skip this game. There are always some predictions, always some results to be bet on, and now we bet on the A bar to win. A bar are slight favorites, but maybe not that slight in terms of probabilities. From Spain, we go to Tier 2 of Spain, we go to Tier 1 of Armenia. And we wait, we tremble, and we get the result going against the mainstream. So we bet on something under. Mhm. From Armenia, we go to Estonia, to the second tier, and we to reserve teams of Flora and Levadia. I hope that my knowledge is up to date, so that Flora is at least one of the favorites of the league, the first team, and their second team are considered a bit on the favorite side in this game too. Okay, good luck, good luck, guys from Tallinn. But maybe Levadia is also from Tallinn, which is capital of Estonia. If you did not know that. Cartagena versus Espanyol from Barcelona. No. Misclick. Go back. Generate. So Cartagena or Barcelona? What do you say? After long thinking, we say it must be Espanyol from Barcelona. It's a bit weird to see Espanyol in Segunda, and we hope this is just a temporary event, or just a coincidence. Yeah. Okay, second league of Romania, Steaua from Bucharest play against Argeș Pitești, and yes, finally, you see, we got this. There is a game where we cannot say anything definitive about it. It should have happened, yeah. Like it or not like, yeah. Against Segunda, Racing Ferrol Amorebieta, and they decided to make it in pairs, so another game. And similarly to Football Club of Vaduz, which are sort of from Liechtenstein, but they play in Switzerland. We see the Football Club Andorra playing against Zaragoza. But Andorra, their championship, it's different from what they have in Liechtenstein. In Liechtenstein, they only have cup, so they don't have championship. And they only have cup, and in Andorra they have plenty of teams, playing in championship too. So not just cup deciding who is the winner. Okay. So now we have no results, so we don't bet anywhere. Okay, return to European Cups. This is AZ Alkmaar, who play against Legia from Warsaw or from Warszawa. And unfortunately for Warszawa, we predict the smashing from the Alkmaar. Okay, let's see. It's not that obvious, so at the very least. Olympia from Ljubljana play against Slovan Bratislava, two similarly named countries, Slovenia versus Slovakia. Both names are related to the Slavic people, We Ukrainians are Slavic people as well, by the way. Slovenia is a great country. I once said that, and I can repeat it many times. Okay, Ghent from Belgium or Maccabi Tel Aviv from Israel. It's a mystery. Of course, Ghent have greater chances, but betting odds would not allow us to say something. Another game of European Cups with participation of team from Israel, Maccabi from Haifa. They play against Panathinaikos from Athens, and now we are betting very risky thing under 0.5. Okay, so we believe that. Now, of course, you see the average score here, right? So it's like 2-1 in average, or 1-1. The very pessimistic thing. So at least one team would score, but still, they say the probability of 0-0 is expressed as fair odds as 1047, and we have here odds of 12, which is sufficiently greater, not in terms of probabilities, because if you divide 1 by this 1047 and y by 12, you have maybe difference of 1 or 2 percentage points, but yeah, still the difference is positive. Okay, let's risk and go then to Scotland, to their Scotland. Says that. Okay, Scotland play against Finland. Just curious that both countries have their flags coming out of blue and white, essentially different shades of blue, but yeah, but still. Dynamo Kiev, my favorite home city team, is also blue and white, by the way. That's why I have warm feelings to all blue and white. Okay, Liga Limit. I hope I spell it correctly. Anyway, it is second tier league of Israel, and we bet here on Ironi Tiberias. Let's explore some more games here. Maccabi from Herzliya play against Hapoel Rishon LeZion. Give me the keys of Zion. Okay, no keys from Zion, so we have no clue. Maybe for the good. And we go to the first league, so the first tier league of Romania. And CFR Cluj are supposed to win. Okay? Maybe CFR Cluj is a great team. Of course, not every team cannot be in a great shape all the time, but the history, the background also makes sense. And we go to the last game of today. We go here and we got nothing, and essentially this is it. But before we end, I would like to recall what we did last so what we did yesterday, and what was their good, what was their bad, and maybe recall some games from the UEFA Champions League we predicted yesterday. So in overall, you see we got some profit, but most of that profit, so you see it here. Like yesterday, it was a little bit lower than that. So we got some pluses, some points in our favor. Okay, let's scroll maybe to the lower, and yeah, today is 39 predictions made. I can tell it. Okay, and what about these games? Okay, Borussia Dortmund versus Milan 0-0. Well, pretty interesting game, but without scored goals. Porto and Barcelona, they tried to play very academically, and well, one mistake costed Porto the game. That's sad. That's sad. Crvena Zvezda was very and versus Young Boys, of course. This game was very interesting. We are not, we don't have any bad feelings about losing, because 2-2 is always good for the fans. Newcastle versus Paris Saint-Germain. Hats off to Newcastle United. That's simply like that. That's simply like that. Normally, you know that Newcastle are good in defense, but they can score. Yeah, right. Leipzig versus Manchester City. Yes, Manchester City, they were stronger in this game. Leipzig managed to equalize at the beginning of the second half, but it was not enough. Now we go through the different predictions we made, and finally we go to one more exciting game where Atletico Madrid, they were they conceded first, then they equalized and conceded second, so they were losing 1-2, and then at the dying seconds of the first half they made it 2-2. Astonishing goal by Antoine Griezmann, and then they scored the third one, and maybe I would have expected like tons of goals scored in this game, but 3-2 in the final result. Oh, this is the glorious game for Shakhtar. Like losing 2-0 after the first half, uh, and making 3-2, even in the first half, the game was not that one-sided, despite of the score. Unfortunately for the host team, Antwerp didn't seem to play quite good. Their defense is under big question mark. Yeah? And probably it is what it is, for the Champions League. So it was the day of very exciting games, mixed with some very conservative, of course, but well, it was good. It was great for fans. So a lot of fun, a lot of adrenaline, and we hope the same feeling will be with you today. So love football and watch these games. We hope that teams will score and your favorite teams would, of course, win and make you glad. And we hope that our predictions will also work out, so that, we will combine all these good emotions all month. So thank you. Have a good, fruitful Thursday. So work hard and then take a look at some football games. So stay healthy, stay happy, stay with us. Thank you, and goodbye.